See ya in the future.
That belongs to Brainiac.
I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness.
So let's just get into it.
Hey yo, it's your homegirl Nerd of Prey, and welcome back to the Daily Planet News, where you get all the latest news for DC Universe Online. So let me holla at you, 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 let me holla at you. Maps, I just queefed and it smells like the sea down there, bruh. It smells like fishes. Go get Red 5 for the rundown. Let's talk about it.
Hello, heroes and villains. It's me, Red 5, on the grind, all the time, prime time, 6 and 9. Hi, Mom. So I have the rundown for the Daily Planet News this week. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about talking about it. I'm glad I get to talk about it. I think my cat back here likes that I'm talking about it. Do you like that I'm talking about it? Let's talk about how I like talking about how I can talk about how I can talk about it. Let's talk about it. This week on the rundown, we got a lot to get into. So let's talk about it. On the grind, all the time, prime time, 6 and 9. Hi, Mom. So right here, you got an episode spotlight coming out to you this week. And we have another sale in the marketplace. Man, we really try to pump out these sales. We need this money, you feel me? And of course, we got your Dr. Fate's rewards for September 2024. Let's talk about it. Investors are demanding EG7 to be sold. What does this mean for the future of DC Universe Online? Let's talk about it. And finally, we have the April to June 2024 EG7 report, and it's not looking good, man. The numbers are all in the negative. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about talking about it.
Hey, it's your favorite community manager, Theodore Tetstone Meps. And this week we got your Dr. Fate September rewards. You got this garbage owl suit, we got escape inmate style, and we added this Xenotheum mask. Hooray! With this garbage slimline. So give us your money for membership, because we really need it right now. The numbers do not look good. They're all in the negative. Let's talk about it. In other news, we have another episode spotlight and a Super Flair sale. What is this Super Flair sale? Let's talk about it. So from Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024 to September 9th, 2024, players can enjoy double tarot cards when completing instances and missions in the Justice League Dark Curse. Let's talk about it. We have this Super Flair sale. So everybody gets a 20% off within all the purchases in the marketplace when you buy emotes, styles, auras, materials, movement styles, upgrades, and toys. You see, we need money because all the numbers are negative. So to discuss this more, I'm going to pass it over to Nerd of Prey. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about talking about it.
The EG7 report is here, everybody, and the numbers don't look good. Let's talk about it. So as you already know, EG7 owns Daybreak Games, and along with all the games that Daybreak Games runs, and you know how we break games. And so right here, you're going to see all the numbers are in the negative. This was expected. This has actually happened all across the board. Nobody needs to panic right now. DC Universe is still making tons of money along with Daybreak Games. They bring in about $1 billion a year. It's ridiculous. But regardless, you can see that the numbers are in the negative for the first quarter of the year. The only reason why this is so is because, all the layoffs happened at the beginning of the year. It was expected. This happened to Sony, this happened to Microsoft, this happened to Steam, you name it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about talking about it. In case you didn't know, meet the CEO of EG7 and Daybreak Games, G-Ham, or as I like to call him, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, or Jackie Chan. This is the guy responsible for all the issues we have with DC Universe Online. He's the reason why it's very pay to win. Right here you see he says, job losses and years over sale declines affected many peers. EG7 remains well positioned to weather such market. So Jackie Chan here is very confident. He's got 2 inches of Hardik, so he knows that the market isn't gonna affect them. The negative numbers don't mean nothing because they make about $3 billion net revenue per year. That's an insane amount of money. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about talking about it. So let's talk about how DC's gonna talk about talking about how DC's broke about it. Now, I'm not going to go over much of this report or the numbers because it's very boring, but right here I want to highlight that they're talking about Daybreak Games and how DCUO's new episode 47 Brainiac Returns did not reach the anticipated level of players engagement. Now, of course, we know why this was the case. The DLC was not bad. The raids were not bad either. I actually enjoy the raids. The problem with the DLC is the server issues. PlayStation 5 still sucks. You get into close proximity with people in the watchtower and everything starts getting choppy. Most players are playing on PS4 on the PlayStation 5. We're literally got a next gen console, but we're still playing the PS4 version because the PS5 version just sucks. I'm sorry, but that's the case. Not to mention the lag, bro. There's still lag spikes today in the dang new raids. How is anybody enjoying the game when it's lag spike after lag spike after lag spike? So yeah, that really affected performance and the servers, and nobody's gonna want to play if the servers aren't up to date or running good. So fix the servers. If you want players to stay around and play your DLC, fix the servers. Now that's the first main issue they have to address before releasing a DLC, is fix the servers, no lag. Alright, check. Now the other thing that Daybreak Games needs to do, this is how you guys, I hope Daybreak Games is listening to me. This is how you guys fix the game. You want people to stick around and spend money? This is how you do it. The game has so much potential, y'all. Listen to me here. This is real talk. The game's got so much potential. You have so many builds that we can do and have fun with. The main fun part of the game is having all the builds with the allies and the artifacts, but you guys got a freaking timer on the XP. You're not letting us farm it, so nobody wants to freaking play because it's pay to win. The only way to get the builds that we like, that we want to freaking play with, we have to spend money, or we have to watch a freaking YouTube channel. This is stupid. Why in the world do we gotta go on test server to see if it's worth investing in putting our XP and money in an artifact? We should be able to farm the XP like any other MMO. You kill an ad, you get XP. You kill more ads, you get more XP. What is this timer crap? Do you guys want to know how long it takes you to rank up one artifact from 0 to 200? Do you want to know? Do you want to freaking know? Let's talk about it, bruh. Let's freaking talk about it. Long story even longer, to get one artifact from 0 to 200, you have to AFK farm. And that would be you AFK farming from the moment the servers boot to the moment they shut down for maintenance. And that's 24 hours every day for 40 days straight. That's how long it'll take you to get an artifact from 0 to 200. If you use nth metal detectors and if you use your Dr. Fate tokens, you can maybe speed that up and bring it down to like 35 days. This is absurd. No one will ever get their artifacts up this way. The game's got so much potential, it's got so many builds, but we will never have fun with it. This is ridiculous, and it's because of Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan's freaking fault. I'm done with it, bruh. In conclusion, I have so much more I can say on this topic, which is probably why I'm gonna make a video on how to fix DCUO. I doubt anybody will listen to it, but it is what it is. Like, it's this simple, y'all. If the devs would have just removed the timer on XP, let us farm it as we want. We kill an ad, we get 100 XP. We kill another ad, we get another 100 XP. We kill a boss, we get a cluster of XP, maybe 200, maybe 500. We kill a bounty, same thing, right? That's how it should be. That's how every MMO is. If they do that alone, and that wouldn't take no time out of their day, that wouldn't take no money out of their budget. If they do that alone, it'll fix so much issues. Nobody would ask for a double artifact XP. A lot of players will come to the game and stay playing it. They can also, there's so many things they can do. Like they updated the membership, right? They give you all these rewards, but they never updated the loyalty points. They're still at 500. At least give the members 1,000 a month. Come on, what are we doing here? And the same thing with PvP. You don't need to update PvP, but give us some loot drops in arenas, like maybe some stabilizers or some source marks, something, bruh. That way you're giving your players something to freaking do. and they'll stay around, and maybe because they're enjoying themselves, they'll be like, hey, let's go in the marketplace and buy some styles. Like, what are we doing here, Daybreak? Now that I got all of that out of my chest, let's get to the nitty gritty, itty bitty titty confetti. So I got this article here from, I want to say this is from 2023, I believe. I forget the month. It's somewhere in there. But anyways, it says investors demand EG7 be sold. What does this mean? Well, the top investors of the company don't think that long term they're going to make profit. They already want them to sell this company. Now, what does this mean for DC Universe Online? I don't think DC Universe Online will get shut down, but this article sheds some light on what can happen. So let's read it. Let's talk about it. Right off the bat, this article is talking about Shrimp Dick G Ham, or as I like to call him, Jackie Chan. It says the executive crew were not communicating and at worst bald-faced liars, and they were incapable of investing in any new development. That makes sense when they canceled Marvel Universe Online and said that they were not going to remaster DC Universe Online. Go figure. Right here you can clearly see that Jet Li is trying to profit greatly from the misery of their staff and customers. Let that sink in, y'all. Because these CEOs don't care about the player base. They only care about money. And that's why the game is going to crap. Let's talk about it. This article goes into details on how the stock market is going with this company and how the investors want them to basically sell it so that they can dump the money at the feet of what they invested in the company. It goes into a lot of details. I'm not going to get all into it, but it says right here that they're basically dumping the cash at the feet of the investors, but even that probably won't be enough to save this company. Now, what does this mean for the future of DCUO? I don't think the game will get shut down. When they bought the game to begin with back in 2020, they had originally they have a 10-year plan for the game. So that would put the game smack dab in 2030. So if the game were to ever get shut down or anything, they would have to renew the license, which would expire in 2030. They would have to renew them with Warner Brothers. And if they don't renew them, well, that's how you know we in trouble and DC will get shut down. But I digress. In conclusion, if this actually follows through and they sell EG7, we'll just see games like PlanetSide, H1Z1, and maybe Dungeons & Dragons get closed down. DC Universe, it performs well, it makes money, it really does make a lot of money. It's the only superhero game on the market that's an MMO RPG, and it's got a lot of potential. It's just unfortunate we got greedy people and whales that spend money on the game every 4 months or so, and it's just keeping this toxic behavior. If you want to see change for the better on this game, we gotta stop spending money on the game. Start, I don't know, farm DC Cash. You can earn everything for free with DC Cash. That's the secret. That's the secret, y'all, and I'll show you how to get it on this channel. That about wraps it up for another episode of the Daily Planet News, where you get all the latest news for DC Universe Online. Until next time, keep it gravy and let's talk about it. Let's talk about talking about it. Do you like how I talked about it? I think I like how I talked about it. I'm not sure about you, but I think we could talk about it some more. You want me to talk about it some more? Because I don't think I can talk about it anymore. My throat's starting to hurt, you feel me? Because I've been talking like this for a while and it's kind of choking me out, you feel me? Because when I talk about it, I can't talk about it because it's freaking talking about it. It's just making me hurt talking about it.
Bruh. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness.